to this now. The South African Judiciary has responded to allegations made by Lt General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, claiming that some judiciary officers are colluding with criminals. They have expressed concern that unsubstantiated claims could erode public trust in the court's independence and integrity. It says that if any person, including Lt General Mkhwanazi, has credible evidence of unlawful or unethical conduct committed by a member of the judiciary, they are urged to report such matters to the legally mandated structures of the state. And for more on this, we now speak to Judge President of the Free State Division of the High Court of South Africa, Judge Cagney John Musi. And he joins us now via our telephone line. Justice, thank you so much for your time this evening here on SABC News. Let's start off here. We saw that letter or that response being penned by the Office of the Chief Justice just yesterday. Of course, also then condemning, some of these claims which have come out, also warning South Africans that if, they have any evidence that should be presented. What do you make of the response we have seen from the Judge President or the Chief Justice of the country, Mandisa Maya, condemning or calling to order some of these allegations which have surfaced from Mkhwanazi?
Thank you, and good evening to you and your viewers. What the Chief Justice is essentially saying is that if Lt General Mkhwanazi has any factual basis for the allegations, he must report it to the relevant structures. Unfortunately, we can't at this stage respond because the allegations that were made are vague. But vague as they are potentially damaging. Because allegations that the judiciary is colluding with people suspected or accused of being involved in criminal activity is a serious indictment on the judiciary. And the public trust, as you earlier mentioned, in the impartiality and the independence of the judiciary is of crucial importance. And when allegations such as these are made against the judiciary, that public trust is eroded. And when society loses all trust in and confidence in the judiciary, the rule of law, and therefore our democracy itself is imperiled. And what we are pleading is for Lt General Mkhwanazi to bring forth any evidence, that, if there is any evidence, or the factual basis of his allegations. And if there are indeed judicial officers that are implicated, it is also in the interest of the judiciary that we root out judicial officers who are corrupt.
And Justice, over the years, we've seen criticisms coming from all quarters, even from politicians, criticizing the country's judiciary. And when you see allegations coming from a top police officer in a province, like the likes of the General Mkhwanazi, how damaging is this to the country's judiciary?
It is indeed very damaging. We welcome any criticism that is constructive, any criticism that is based on fact, any criticism that has evidence as its basis. We welcome that. We don't say that we are immune to criticism. We are human beings, we are fallible. But if there is criticism that is based on fact, bring the facts, report it to the Judicial Service Commission. If it's a judge of the High Court, if it is a magistrate either in the district court or the regional court, report it to the Magistrates Commission. There are indeed structures that were created for complaints against judges and magistrates. And we would welcome any person who has a complaint against a judge or a magistrate to make use of those structures. But to make those statements, call a press conference, make the statements, without any factual basis is dangerous. It erodes the public trust in the judiciary.
And Justice, should we see, this evidence come to the fore, what will then be the process that will be followed to bring to book some of those judges who have, now been implicated by the KZN Police Commissioner?
Yes, thank you. Should there be a factual basis. There is a structure, the Judicial Complaints Committee, which is a subcommittee of the Judicial Service Commission, and at the Magistrates Commission level, there is a structure mirroring that one, the Ethics Committee. A complaint is lodged, that complaint will be investigated, and if it is found that a judge indeed colluded, or there are strong allegations that the judge is corrupt, and if those allegations are proven, it might lead to the judge's impeachment. A tribunal will be set up, and everything will be aired and tested. If the judge is found to have been guilty of corruption or collusion with criminals, and the tribunal finds that it is indeed an impeachable offense or it's impeachable conduct, they would make that finding. It would go to the Judicial Service Commission, and from the Judicial Service Commission, if they agree with the findings of the tribunal, it will go to Parliament for the impeachment of the judge.
All right. Thank you so much, Justice. That is Judge President of the Free State Division of the High Court of South Africa, Judge Cagney John Musi, there, just giving us his insight in terms of the comments which have been made by KZN Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, also following that statement we saw from the Office of the Chief Justice just yesterday, Mandisa Maya, also calling to order that press briefing in which Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi singled out the judiciary. She has called for evidence to be presented.